I noticed something about Kung Fu Panda that I genuinely cannot believe took me this long to figure out. You know that famous Oogway quote? The one everybody and their mom has on a motivational poster somewhere? Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. But today is a gift.
That is why it is called the present.
Yeah, that one. We all heard it. Cute quote from a cartoon turtle, right? No. Because I went back and rewatched all 4 movies last week. And on my 3rd rewatch of the original, I was sitting there, half asleep during the peach tree scene, and Oogway says that line, and something just clicked in my brain, and I literally paused the movie and sat there for like 10 minutes. Because that quote isn't just advice for Po. That quote describes every single villain in the entire franchise. And not loosely. Not like, oh, you can kind of see it if you squint. I mean perfectly. Surgically. Like DreamWorks planted a roadmap for the whole trilogy inside one sentence in the first movie, and nobody caught it for years. And once I explain this, you are going to rewatch every single one of these films differently. I guarantee it. Okay, so the quote has 3 parts, right? Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. 3 parts. 3 original villains: Tai Lung, Lord Shen, Kai. Let's start with the first one. Yesterday is history. Tai Lung. Think about what drives Tai Lung. Every single thing about this character is rooted in the past. His entire motivation comes from something that already happened. He was promised the Dragon Scroll as a kid. He trained for it his whole childhood. And then Oogway said no, and Shifu just stood there and let it happen. That moment broke him, and for 20 years in that prison, everything that fuels him is looking backward. The promise that was broken, the title he was denied, the father who betrayed him. His entire identity is chained to yesterday, and look at how Po beats him. Po opens the Dragon Scroll, and it's blank. It's a mirror. And Po gets it immediately because Po doesn't live in the past. He lives right now. He's a noodle guy who loves Kung Fu, and that's enough for him. But when Tai Lung grabs that scroll and sees nothing, he completely falls apart because the past told him there was supposed to be a secret. The past told him there was a reward waiting. And when the present shows him there's nothing there except himself, he can't handle it. Tai Lung is literally destroyed by his inability to let go of yesterday. And here's what really got me. Remember in that final fight when Tai Lung uses his nerve strike on Po? The same move that paralyzed the entire Furious 5. He hits Po and nothing happens. Po just giggles. And there's a reason for that. Earlier in the movie, Mantis tries to do acupuncture on Po and says he can't find the nerve points under all the fat and fur. That's not a throwaway joke. That's foreshadowing. DreamWorks set up why Tai Lung's signature move would fail on Po 40 minutes before the fight even happened. The nerve attack represents Tai Lung's entire approach to combat, pure physical dominance, body against body. And it doesn't work on Po because Po was never supposed to be beaten physically. Po's strength was never his body. Tai Lung couldn't see that because he was stuck in the past, stuck thinking the old ways were the only ways. Now, tomorrow is a mystery. And this is where it gets wild, because this describes Lord Shen so perfectly. It honestly feels like someone at DreamWorks wrote him with this quote taped to their desk. Shen is obsessed with the future. Everything he does is about controlling what comes next. He gets a prophecy from the soothsayer that a warrior of black and white will defeat him. And instead of just living his life, he tries to destroy the future before it can happen. He massacres an entire village of pandas just to prevent a prophecy from coming true. Think about how insane that is. He didn't have an enemy. He didn't have a rival. He had a prediction. Tomorrow was a mystery, and that terrified him so much that he committed genocide over it. And then what does he do? He builds cannons. Weapons that have never existed before, designed to make Kung Fu extinct. He's not trying to master the present. He's trying to build the future, to control it, to shape it so that nothing can threaten him. His whole plan is about making tomorrow belong to him. And look at how Po beats him. Not with a better weapon, not with a bigger army, with inner peace. Po sits in the harbor with cannonballs flying at him, and instead of fighting the future or running from it, he becomes completely still, completely present. He's not thinking about what Shen did to his family. That's the past. He's not thinking about what Shen might do next. That's the future. He's just there, in the moment, redirecting those cannonballs with the most peaceful expression on his face. And at the very end, when Shen's own cannon is falling toward him, Po reaches out his hand. The panda, whose mother was murdered because of this peacock, offers to save him. And Shen closes his eyes and lets the cannon crush him, because he cannot exist in the present. The future was his whole reason for living, and once it's taken from him, he has nothing. Tomorrow is a mystery, and Shen would rather die than live with that uncertainty. And here's the thing nobody talks about with this movie. The challenge Po faces with Shen isn't physical at all. Po can fight. He proved that in the first movie. The challenge with Shen is entirely psychological. Shen gets inside Po's head. He triggers Po's memories of the Panda Massacre. He shows Po a past that makes Po question everything about himself. The filmmakers behind Kung Fu Panda, too, basically confirm this. They deliberately made Shen a villain who fights Po's mind, not his body, because Po already conquered the body challenge with Tai Lung. The second movie was always supposed to be about the mind. Tai Lung was the body, Shen was the mind. Which brings us to the third line. Today is a gift. That is why it is called the present. Kai. Now at first, I thought this was the weakest connection. Like, okay, Kai is about the present? How? The dude spent 500 years collecting chai in the spirit realm. That sounds like a past obsession. But no, listen to this. Because Kai isn't obsessed with the past or the future. Kai's obsession is with the present moment of power. He doesn't care about yesterday's grudge. He settled that with Oogway centuries ago. He doesn't care about building some future empire like Shen. Kai wants one thing: to exist in the mortal world as the most powerful being alive. Right now, in this moment. And what does he collect? Qi, the life force. The thing that exists in every living being at this very second. Qi isn't history. Qi isn't potential. Qi is the energy of now. It's the present. The gift that flows through everything alive. And Kai's entire plan is to steal that gift from everyone else and keep it for himself. And look at what Po has to learn to defeat him. Not Kung Fu. He already knows that. Not inner peace. He found that in the second movie. Po has to master Qi, the spiritual energy, the deepest layer of who he is, not his body, not his mind, his spirit. Tai Lung tested Po's body. Shen tested Po's mind. Kai tested Po's spirit, body, mind, spirit. In that exact order, across 3 movies, matching exactly with the 3 lines of one quote that Oogway said under a peach tree in the first movie before any of it happened. And you know how Po finally beats Kai? He doesn't fight him. He gives him Qi. He overloads Kai with so much life force that Kai can't contain it. Po takes the gift, the present, and instead of hoarding it like Kai does, he shares it freely. Kai is consumed by the very thing he spent 500 years trying to possess because he never understood that Qi was meant to be given, not taken. Today is a gift, but only if you know how to give it away. So here's the full picture. Yesterday is history. Tai Lung, trapped in the past, defeated when Po showed him the present is enough. Tomorrow is a mystery. Shen, terrified of the future, defeated when Po found peace in the present moment. Today is a gift. Kai, hoarding the energy of the present, defeated when Po gave that gift away freely. Body, mind, spirit. 3 challenges, 3 villains, 1 quote. And I keep going back to one question. Did Oogway know? Because in the first movie, he says there are no accidents. And if he can see the future, and we know he can because he literally has a vision of Tai Lung escaping prison, then did he know that the 3 greatest threats to the Valley of Peace would mirror the 3 pieces of wisdom he gave Po under that peach tree? Was that quote actually instructions? Was Oogway telling Po in advance how to defeat every villain he would ever face? Because if that's true, then Oogway didn't just plan the first movie. He gave Po the entire playbook for his life, in one conversation under a peach tree. And Po didn't even realize it. Honestly, I've been thinking about this for days, and the more I look at it, the more I'm convinced this was intentional. There are too many layers for this to be a coincidence, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm seeing patterns that aren't there, so tell me in the comments. Do you think DreamWorks actually built the entire trilogy around one quote, or am I losing it? Because right now, I genuinely can't tell. And if this changed how you see the franchise even a little bit, go hit subscribe, because I've got a lot more where this came from. We are not done with the Valley of Peace. See you in the next one.